The greatest Spider-Man animated series, a 2 out of 7.
A good Spider-Man show.
With this Spider-Man, with great power comes no responsibility.
Why do we hate Spider-Man but love Spider-Man? This question has incited civil wars within the Spidey community, with fans ready to die over which version of the webhead is the GOAT. But what is it about these two Spider-Men that have grown folk prepared to lay down their lives? To the average Spidey fan, Ultimate Spider-Man is better because it's the one they grew up with, it's the one with all the Marvel heroes, and it went on for longer, 4 times as long. But to me, that's nowhere close to the truth, cause I've watched both series, been a Spider-Man fan for years. Spider-Man 3 is literally the first movie I remember watching, and through it all, it's clear that there are 3 distinct reasons why one Spider-Man is superior and the other inferior. 3 areas where the Spectacular Spider-Man excels at, but Ultimate Spider-Man lacks, providing fuel to the fire of its haters. Let's get started. The first reason Spectacular Spider-Man is better than Ultimate Spider-Man is the theme song. The Spectacular intro dunks on its Ultimate counterpart, and it's not even close. Like, one deserves a Grammy while the other nothing. But rather than take my word for it, let's test them out. Now, Ultimate Spider-Man.
What the fuck y'all doing? Y'all rationing around here?
However, a good theme song alone isn't what makes Spectacular special. It's the feeling that theme song gives you. When I hear that hi-hat, I'm already primed for a good time. It sets the perfect tone that this high-flying, smart-mouthed web-slinger is really going to save the day and entertain me for the next 22 minutes. While the Ultimate Spider-Man intro feels more like a rushed piece of homework. Yet, it's not the only show that cheapened out on a good opening. In fact, here's a hot take: modern cartoons have lost the art of making good theme songs completely, to the point our only saving grace is anime. Back in the day, we had TMNT, Danny Phantom, Generator Rex. Now, we either get a title card like or some obscure compilation with ominous music like Castlevania. A good theme song gets you giddy and excited to watch the show. It lets you know it's time to unwind. A quality Spectacular Spider-Man always had over its Ultimate variant, but a stronger opening by itself ain't the reason Spectacular Spider-Man is better than Ultimate. To understand that, let's look at what both shows were actually about. But first, please like, click the hype button and subscribe. Spectacular Spider-Man is a show about Spider-Man. Ultimate Spider-Man is a show about everyone surrounding Spider-Man. However, featuring the greater Marvel world isn't the problem here. It's the extent and the excessiveness of it. They force in the Guardians of the Galaxy, the Avengers, Deadpool. The entire premise of Ultimate Spider-Man was Peter leading and training a group of young heroes just so they can fit more characters in the show. Like, I understand why Luke Cage and Iron Fist are on the team, but Nova? That brother should be in space. And it gets worse in later seasons. Plus, what comic did Spider-Man become an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Because they got this guy repping their gadgets like it is 9 to 5. What happened to Peter being broke? No job, no hose. I want my Spider-Man struggling for his next meal, not getting handouts from Daddy Nick Fury. The result of all this is a series that feels more like another Avengers cartoon, with a character struggling to breathe in his own show, which is insane. Cause, shocker, I want a Spider-Man cartoon to be about Spider-Man. Yet where Ultimate Spider-Man fails, Spectacular Spider-Man succeeds by focusing on telling a story about Peter Parker and not relying on flashy cameos to keep our attention. They fleshed out Peter, so it didn't matter if you're watching Spider-Man fight villains, struggling with girls, or chill out with his grandma. We were interested. By making the story only about Peter, the writers had to make every part of his life engaging, producing a better Spider-Man cartoon overall. Alas, without the final point, the theme song and subject matter mean absolutely nothing. Spectacular Spider-Man took its world seriously. Ultimate Spider-Man made everything a joke, and this will completely change how you view both characters. Now, I will give Ultimate its flowers. Some jokes did land. The cutaway gags usually did hit, and that Deadpool episode was especially funny, but the slapstick comedy and Marvel humor made it so difficult to take anything seriously. Like this brother would be running for his life, then suddenly time would stop and Angel and the Devil would appear on both shoulders, arguing about whether his suit makes his butt stick out or not. Or a random monkey sound effect would go off in the background, ruining their immersion and reminding you that this is a cartoon for kids. In contrast, Spectacular Spider-Man took its characters seriously, and the result was that they could pull off storylines properly, to the point I was squealing like a kid at Christmas. For example, Harry's turn into the Green Goblin after constant insults from his dad and jealousy of Peter, or Peter's descent into Venom, causing him to lash out at his friends and be a generally shitty guy, to the point he was saying stuff like this.
How exactly do you plan on helping? Do my homework, maybe lower my GPA?
Spectacular Spider-Man characters were actual human beings, meaning they could go on arcs, have flaws, make mistakes, change, and this added weight to them and to the show as a whole, leading to a much greater cartoon than Ultimate Spider-Man. So when you put it all together, though Ultimate lasted longer and got more cameos, Spectacular Spider-Man had the better theme song, was actually about Spider-Man and took its world seriously, resulting in Spectacular Spider-Man being the best Spider-Man cartoon ever. Not including the 1994 Spider-Man, of course. That's all I have time for today. Please like, subscribe, comment, share, hype. Love y'all, and bye.